or DMW, si Secretary Hans Leo Kakdak. Secretary Hans, good morning po. Si Peter at Danny dito sa DZMM.
Yes, magandang umaga po sa inyo at sa inyong mga tagapakinig, Sir Peter, Sir Danny. Good morning po.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. So, please confirm po, for a start, mahigit 1,000 na po ba ang nakabalik na mga OFW natin?
Yes, that's right. Over the weekend, 2 charter flights came in with 780 Filipinos. Around 550 of them are OFWs and their dependents.
Okay.
If you add that to the previous napauwi po natin, yung mga sinagot nating ticket via the EK flights. Tapos pati sa Doha, they're starting to come in, nagbubukas on a limited basis ang QR Airways. It will be over 1,000 na po.
Okay. Let's talk about po, Secretary, yung may pinakamaraming na repatriate na mga Pilipino. From what country po yun specifically?
Well, sa ngayon po, it would be equally distributed between Saudi and UAE. Pero yung sa Saudi ho kasi, nanggagaling din doon yung, I think I need to explain yung
Nag-land
different
travel.
ways in which we repatriate.
Sige po.
So there are the land crossings, right? And we're speaking of 7 countries. 7 countries in the Gulf states and the so-called Levant, which is Israel, Israel, Lebanon, and Jordan, kung saan tukoy ang bawat land crossing. At yung land crossings na yon, lalo na dun sa Kuwait, Qatar, and Bahrain, come out of Saudi. So, then yung UAE pwedeng tumawid to Oman. But itong charter flights natin from UAE flew out of the UAE. Pero itong Saudi included Kuwait and Bahraini OFWs that crossed over into Saudi, Eastern Saudi. So, yun po, that's the way it works. Many moving parts po sa again, this conflict is quite different from all the others. Many moving parts in the repatriation efforts.
Okay, so para malinaw lang, Secretary Han, sinabi mo kasi 7 countries yan kasi involving land crossing. So airspace na ginagamit for now, doon sila nag-emanate is from Saudi Arabia and UAE sa Dubai. Tama ba?
There is Saudi and UAE. Oman is another option if they get to cross from UAE to Oman.
Okay.
And if they get to cross from Qatar to Saudi, yes, Saudi, or Bahrain, Saudi, Kuwait, Saudi, yes, it's Saudi. But QR, as I mentioned, Airways, Qatar Airways, is opening on a limited basis, and so far, doon natin na ililipad yung mga galing Qatar.
Okay. So and, for now,
it's around 100 from Qatar.
For now ba masasabi natin, alam ko kasi napakaraming natin kababayan diyan sa UAE, no, sa Dubai, at marami diyan na pwedeng land crossing. Normal na bang airspace natin sa Dubai at saka sa Abu Dhabi na pwedeng silang magamit o hindi na natin kailangan mag-charter flight?
Yeah. By the way, I forgot to mention Israel. So sa Israel naman, we cross over to Egypt.
Okay.
And we fly them out of Cairo. Meron na rin nakauwi ng mga
from Egypt
mula
sa Cairo.
Israel.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Okay, airspace. UAE is perhaps the most open airspace.
Open na.
But still on a limited basis. So it's basically for us the UAE Airlines. QR also open but on a limited basis.
Okay, pero
and all the others sarado pa ho. All the others, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Israel. Sarado pa ho.
Secretary,
in Lebanon, Lebanon, by the way, in Jordan, we also have managed to repatriate.
From Iran? From Iran? O sa
Jordan and Lebanon. From Iran, we don't have a migrant workers office, but the DFA has managed to bring in 10 thus far.
10 from Iran.
Okay.
Aba.
Yes.
Aba.
Okay.
O, kahit mga 800 lang naman yung nandun, pero
yung 800 po kasi yun yung mga kasal sa mga Iranian nationals.
Karamihan married, no? Oo, Iranian.
So,
OFWs, mga 30 to 40 sa bilang ng embahada natin sa Tehran.
Okay.
And of the 30 to 40, mga 10 ang nakauwi.
Okay. Secretary, yung binanggit nyo kanina na you brought them in via chartered flights. Ano pong ibig sabihin nun? Mga flag Philippine flag carrier ba yung mga eroplano?
One is through a private chartered company out of UAE, but the one that arrived from Saudi on Sunday is the Philippine Airlines flight.
Okay. Next question po. Based on all those messages, no, coming to our embassies or mga chat groups, mga ilan pa po yung nag-signify na gusto na nilang maibalik
Yes,
sa
yes,
Pilipinas?
Sa ngayon, we are working on charter flights and tutuloy pa yung mga, as I said, land crossings and flights out of Qatar.
Yeah.
Meron din naman commercial flights out of Dubai. So we also book tickets of some of the OFWs in those flights. And so tuloy-tuloy lang po yun. Ang charter flights, with the charter flights and the potential who could still come home, we are still arranging for around 1,000 or so na potentially pwede mag.
Okay. So we can expect na itong coming week na to na marami pa tayo mga i-repatriate na mga Filipinos outside siguro diyan sa UAE, galing na rin diyan sa Saudi Arabia. Bale, yung dalawang airspace na available.
Tuloy lang tayo.
Ha?
Tuloy lang po tayo sa effort na ito. We're still in the middle of things.
Opo.
Okay.
We understand. This is hindi simple ito. It's a logistical nightmare. Yun pong mga by land, going to where kung saan magsisimula yung flight ng mga nasasakyan ng mga kababayan natin, ano. Sagot ba natin yun? Sagot ng gobyerno po?
Yeah, sagot po natin yun together with our embassies. So we're thankful to Secretary Lazaro and the ambassadors on the ground. Ang direktiba ng ating Pangulo, if it's safe, then let's do it. So we cross them over. We have teams bringing them from the meeting point. Hindi ko sabihin kung saan, but the meeting points.
Opo.
And then dadalhin sila sa land crossing. Pagtawid, may teams din tayo doon to process them. Of course, DFA has them ready with their immigration documents, passports, etc. Yung teams naman natin, sasamahan silang maitawid. At may salubong team naman doon sa kabila na sasalo.
Okay.
Then from there, from the salubong side, dadalhin sila to an airport. Well, i-accommodate, temporary accommodation until makalipad pa uwi.
Yung interested ako doon, Sec Hans, yung sa Lebanon kasi 14,000 tayo doon at saka binabakbakan pa rin yun na Israel for now dahil yung Hezbollah issue. Marami pa rin tayong Pilipino. So ang nangyayari doon, kung saradong airspace doon, yung land travel, secured naman sila, yung land crossing doon. Saan sila sasakay for those interested na ma-repatriate from Iran? Lebanon.
As far as I know, di ko lang nabanggit pa yung Levant except for Israel, but for Jordan and Lebanon, there is also some limited air activity doon.
Okay.
So we have flown home about less than 100 thus far in Lebanon.
And kasama na rin doon ng yung Amman, Jordan. Meron din ba from there?
Yes, Jordan too. Yes, tama.
Okay.
So far, yan ang mode natin. And also, tama kayo, Sir Danny, ongoing pa rin ang effort when it comes to Jordan and Lebanon.
Okay. Let's talk about, Secretary, yung pagdating dito sa Ninoy Aquino International Airport. What happens then doon sa mga daan-daan na bumabalik po? Ano ang mga arrangements natin dyan?
Pagdating nila, nandyan kami ni na Admin TY Kaunan at ng OWA in terms of financial assistance. And not only that, yung one whole government team na inatasan ng Pangulo since day one pa nung linusob ng Hamas ang Israel noong October 7, 2023. Nariyan pa rin yung team ni Sec. Ted Herbosa, Yusek Gloria Balboa, and the teams, pati National Center for Mental Health, kompleto, no? And then nandyan yung DSWD, yung team ni Sec. Rex Gatchalian, yung Angels in Red na tinatawag na mga social workers, nandiyan din. Meron din financial assistance na binibigay si Sec. Rex. And then meron din of course, yung airport teams. OTR, Sec. Banoy, and NNIC, kay Sir Ramon Ang, nandiyan din sila present. And I would also mention yung sa local employment kasi ang gagalawan naman nila una employment pag-uwi.
Dito muna,
So
local.
we will offer them available jobs locally. So nandiyan ang Dole, Sec. Benny Leguesma and the Dole. And then kami, lalatagan din namin sila ng mga job orders for abroad.
Yeah.
Job fairs, ganyan, are all in store for them.
Oo.
Okay, tapos sa livelihood, nandyan na, ayan, nakamiting ko si Sec. Chris Roque isang araw, at nandyan na yung mga offering ng mga livelihood programs. Ang isang gusto kong nabanggit niya yung jobs for women workers kasi Women's Month ngayon. So, siya mga programs, kapital, tulong kapital sa mga female entrepreneurs. That's just one example. DOT, Department of Tourism, meron din yung mga programa nila pagsa-set up ng tourist-related business like Airbnbs and gift shops, mga ganun. And then, yung training ni Sec. Kiko Benitez.
TESDA.
May free TESDA voucher siya binibigay. So, pag pumasok yung financial assistance namin na pangtawid, habang tinatawid sila, training with TESDA or setting up test or looking for a job. So, that's the game plan, and then that's been directed by the President since day one of this crisis.
Very good. Very good news po yan. One little detail, paano po yung mga uuwi sa malalayong mga probinsya? Meron bang temporary accommodation?
Good question. Nakalimutan ko lang. Magalit si Admin TY sa akin. Admin TY kauna.
Ginagastusan nila.
Nagpunta kami ni Admin P sa isang hotel papasalamat tayo sa hotel na yon kasi matagal na rin yan ang isang temporary accommodation ng OWA. So we went there. We saw at least yung Mindanao group that arrived last Sunday. So in other words, OWA brings them to temporary accommodation as their domestic flights are arranged. Nung nasa lobby nga ako, that was Sunday, may nasalubong ako mga Ilonggo manggit ako. So nagkabalanay, nagkwentuhan kami doon sa lobby. Sila naman yung for the day before, charter flight. So, Sunday yon for the second charter flight kami nandun, na-meet ko yung sa first charter flight at sinabi nilang na ayos na road meet ng OWA yung kanilang air transport to Iloilo that day. So, lilipad na sila. Saturday, lilipad na for Iloilo Sunday. So, that's just an example of the things that Admin PY and her team and the OWA do.
That's
O
very
kung
good.
sakali ho, yung sabi nyo kanina, maganda yun, no? Yung mga may job opportunities, may livelihood opportunities, lalo na sa DTI, doon sa mga nagbabalak na bumalik na nga talaga dito. Pero, syempre, meron pa rin yung iba, lalo na yung hindi pa tapos yung kontrata. Kung sakaling humupa ba yung sitwasyon sa Middle East, meron tayong provision for them na ibalik uli natin sila. Kung gusto lang uli nila doon. O sabi nyo kasi merong mga diplomatic post na i-offer nyo. Pero for now, marami, I'm sure, na gusto pa rin na, di ba, bumalik?
Good question, Sir Danny. Of course, as you know, na-assign rin kayo sa Middle East. Ang key is the valid employment visa.
Okay.
Diba? So, sa may valid employment visa, nakapagpaalam ng mahusay sa employer pa uwi. General rule is 6 months to go back.
Okay.
And that's an adequate amount of time, I think, at least for now. So, basta may valid employment visa, they can definitely go back.
Pag humupa na, lalo na, di ba? Oo. Tutulungan nyo sila.
Sabihin lang noon, parang nagbakasyon lang or di ba, parang lumabas lang ng host country and then babalik ulit.
Yeah, oo. Pero, so nirepatriate na ninyo ng gobyerno ay yung mga gustong magpabalik sa Pilipinas. Kung babalik ulit sila doon sa pinagmulan nila, sagot na nila yun.
Kasi kung may valid visa sila, employment
In
visa.
general, yes. Kasi usually the employer sends the ticket.
Yung
Or
employer.
meron talaga silang, meron na rin, in general sila. But of course, we stand ready to help anyone who will have problems along those lines. Yeah, but usually kasi the employer send the ticket.
Oo. Okay. One last question po sa akin, Secretary Hansa. I mean, kung titingnan mo lang yung total number of OFWs natin sa Middle East, 2.4 million nga. And even if you say 1% lang nito ang babalik, that is a financial nightmare for us. Yung binabanggit ko po nung huli tayo magkausap na mukhang kukulangin ang budget ng DMW. Have you addressed that, sir?
Yeah, of course. Since day one, nagpatawag na ng cabinet meeting ang ating Pangulo, and one of the things mentioned there, at inatasan kami ng Pangulo ni Sec. Rolly Toledo ng NDBM to look at the budget, the resources, financial resources, and Yes, of course. Sa ngayon, we can manage. Simula pa lang ng taon, we have the enough budget. Pinataasan ni Pangulo, for instance, yung action fund natin, and we're thankful, of course, also to the senators and the congressmen. But sufficient for now. But we are also bracing for, as we move along, a budget that will sustain us. And we also know, nakatatlong hearing na rin kami sa Kongreso, we also know that the legislators, the congressmen and the senators are very interested in knowing how they could help in terms of resources. So we're also open to it, and we already are cooperating with Congress on this matter, of course, in close coordination with the President through the Department of Budget and Management.
Okay. Sec, bago ka namin kayong pakawalan, yung ano lang, pwede yung makakuha ng update regarding dito sa ating sailor, yung nawawala, si George Miranda. Meron na ba tayong missing, yung dyan sa Strait of Hormuz? Anong latest o doon?
Pa rin siya mahanap sa kinasamaang palad. Meron sila nakita na fellow crew niya sa tugboat. He was in a tugboat. Unfortunately, hindi pa siya makita.
Okay.
It was such a very strong attack, a very hard attack on the tugboat. They were trying to help another ship. So we're hoping na ma-recover siya one way or another. But in the meantime, syempre, ang direktiba ng Pangulo is to take care of the family. So since day one, lumabas yung ulat dito, yung report, ay kami ni Admin PY ay nagtungo na yung teams namin sa kung nasaan naroon yung pamilya. At tungan na natin sila as we speak.
Okay.
So rest assured we will take care of the family, but in the meantime as we await the news. So sadly hindi pa siya nakikita.
Ayun.
But what I can say is that there were two ships, tankers attacked in the Strait of Hormuz. 38 of the seafarers in those two ships are okay. They're unharmed. Dito sa may Iraqi waters off a port called Qasir, ay may attack na naman doon at may barko doon na inattack with 12 Filipino seafarers, and they too are safe.
Okay.
So
they're
we're
safe.
playing hard, and around 7,000 seafarers in the area. We've been monitoring through the ship
dami.
owners. Park safe. So we're hoping and praying that this holds up, and at the same time we've also issued a directive to the ship owners to honor the right of seafarers to refuse sailing, and at the same time yung nandun na sila sa vicinity is to take care of our seafarers and to pull them out as early as they could.
Okay. Secretary, pahabol, yung naiulat na 2 Pilipino kabilang doon sa mga foreign nationals na di umano ay inaresto ng UAE officers dahil sa pagpo-post ng quote harmful digital content related to the strikes, end of quote. Do we have a confirmation of that, sir?
Wala pa. We're still coordinating with Ambassador Vero on the ground and our labor attaché as well on the ground. Rest assured, more details will follow in light of this news and report that broke out of the media. And there will be a sufficient announcement for this. We're working closely with Ambassador Ver and the Consul General Enciso on the ground and our labor attachés.
Got it. We'll give you, sir, the time para i-address po ninyo yung mga nakikinig sa atin ngayon. We're worldwide online and of course on the Filipino channel as well.
Yes.
Para po dun sa mga naghihintay ng mga balita kung sila ay magpaparepatriate.
Anong advice ng DMW?
Your message, sir, please.
Yes, sa ating mga mahal na OFWs and OFW families ay patuloy lang po kayong manalig na patuloy po tayong maninilbihan sa inyo. Yan po ang pangunahing directive ng ating mahal na Pangulo since day one. At tuloy-tuloy lang po tayo. Ang on-site services natin, patuloy lang po sumangguni o dumulog lang po kayo sa mga hotlines. May kanya-kanyang hotlines po ang posts. But in general, may hotline na 1348. So dumulog lang po kayo, +632-1348, po shared by OWA. We're thankful to Admin Kaunan for this. Para kung ano man ang nais yung idulog po sa amin. At yung pong Facebook pages din ng ating mga different posts, migrant workers offices, embassies. Nandun din po, tumungo po kayo sa Facebook page ng mga respective migrant workers offices natin at maglilingkod po kami sa inyo ng tapat at tunay. Ongoing pa po ang proseso. Meanwhile, mag-ingat po kayo, sumunod sa host country protocols. Napakahalaga po nun. It's the host country who has the matter on protocols in these security situations, and they are the ones who would be best to advise kung kailan anong safety processes and systems para po ligtas kayo. So patuloy po kayo mag-ingat at kami po ay maglilingkod and sign-ups for repatriation dun din po sa proseso, sa sistema na binanggit ko. Maraming salamat, Sir Danny, Sir Peter, sa inyong tagapakinig, tagapaglingkod.
At mabuhay po kayo, Secretary Hans, mabuhay po ang DMW and the entire government agency.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Maraming salamat, Secretary Hans.
Yan po. God bless.
Secretary Hans Leo Kakdak ng Department of Migrant Workers. In the meantime, para doon sa mga dumarating pa nating mga OFW,